Welcome back everyone to another guide video of Vampire Crawlers with me, Blindsteer. Uh, Today I would like to talk about how to reach 40 deck size. I have seen some misunderstandings about how to unlock this, and I misunderstood this myself. um, but yeah, uh, 40 deck size is not the same as your hand size. And what do I mean by that? Let me show you. Mm, Let's go in here. So, hand size is how many cards you are able to utilize each turn, how many cards you are holding in your hand and are able to play. Deck size doesn't show up here. And deck size is how many cards you have in total in your deck that you draw from each time you draw a card. So, some people, like me, thought that it was hand size. That's not correct, it's deck size. So, in order to unlock this, the easiest way I found uh, is to utilize this character that you unlock pretty early in Bell Pass, because she has 15 XP and gains 1 XP growth every time you utilize a yellow card. So, why is growth important? Well, growth basically determines how quickly you level up. It adds to your XP boost. And each time you level up, you will be gaining a card or a gem. So, if you want to reach 40 deck size in a single one, you will want to level up as quickly as possible. Another way could be to use this character and utilize either there is a gem that gives you bonus growth each time you use that card. And we will utilize that method for this character as well, but since this character adds to her hand size, every time she uses a purple card, you might end up in a position where you are able to just cycle around these growth cards over and over again in order to gain maximum growth stack. And the growth stack, let me just see here. Growth stack, I think either you're able to reach 1000 or it's 10,000. I can't remember right now, but it's something along those lines. So, we will be going with this character. And something else that is helpful, but not required, is since the crawler, in this case, the crawler gives you a bonus to growth stack, she only stays around for 7 uses, so every time you use a level card, a yellow card here, the uses will go down by 1. So after 7 uses, you will have to be lucky and draw the crawler card again in order to start that process up. So, if you increase this as much as possible, you will gain 1 more use per stack. So that's already 5. So 5 uses. So the method here is to also try to find this yellow card in order to keep adding to the uses of your crawler's ability before it goes away. And also here the growth stack increase 20% more XP per rank, so that's 100% right there. That's why we are at That's why we're at 120. So yeah, and in terms of level, I am not too sure. I think it would be possible to do it in like the first level of an area, but I think they are a bit too short to be able to do that. So uh, I think we could do it on the second level uh, of the library as well. But just to be certain, let's go with three because it the higher you go up here, the more stages, the more levels you have in each stage, and the more fights you do, the more kills you get, the more XP, and so on and so on. But the most important part, the more cards. So, um, so you might have to go in and start the run a few times in order to get the best start possible. What I'm looking for, or what you want to look for, is a card with a gem slot as early as possible. That's not an attack card. So, say a mana card with a gem slot, for example. Um, why that's important is because, well, when you're able to keep cycling through cards, you don't really want to have um, a gem slot for growth stack that with an attack card because you will kill the enemies in the fight too quickly uh, to keep gaining stacks as quickly as possible. So I hope that makes sense. So I will be showing this step by step once I got it started. I will show you the cards, I will show you the method, I will show you the gems and so on. And then at the end, show you basically the process when it's uh, completed and give a short explanation again. So, see you all in a little bit. Wish me luck. So, this is the other card um, you are looking for during this run. Since we don't utilize the character that keeps gaining hand size, meaning how many cards you're able to draw each turn, um, it's really important to get this card early in order to utilize it. If you only have one card, say with the growth stack gem in it, it might be hard to get during a fight. You might be unlucky and not draw that one. So with this card, you are able to increase your hand size each turn to be able to draw more card and hopefully draw the card with the gem that you want. I hope that makes sense. See you all in a little bit. Okay, so now it's starting to come together. I haven't, the bloody game haven't given me the gem to stack growth yet. But we have gotten one of these cards. Um, and since I have the copy gem, we are able to gain another one of these. Um, but you might not have that unlocked yet, so it's really important to gain the gem, the growth gem. Or, uh, yeah, so you want to utilize your crawler ability here
Your aid.
in order to gain the stacks of growth when you use yellow cards.
Perfection. Made you lit.
There you go. Now we have 12 stacks left.
I say,
11. And we are up to 320%, 328% growth. And we are going to skip turn here. If you skip turn with 2 times, the water level will start to rise. And I think you are able to do that 5 times before you drown, before you die, basically. I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm sure that is what's going to happen. So we have 11 plays left of the growth stack.
Powering up. Yes.
Gain a bit more growth there.
Powering up.
And we will be skipping turns again. And we will increase the duration of the crawler trigger. Now we are sitting at 9. Let's see what we can do here.
Perfection, yes.
Mm,
Smart.
so here.
Made you look.
And this will kill everybody. So yeah. Skip turn again.
Powering up. Made you
Gain
look.
more
Smart.
growth
I
stacks.
say, it is done.
And now we are out of growth stacks. So let's try and pull that card again. The growth card. Nope. We weren't able to. We will keep building the hand stack up. So we might get the crawler card back. So I will just be wasting mana here in order to hopefully skip turn without pressing the skip turn button. We are sitting at 3. No, 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 no. We will need to skip turn again here, unfortunately. Yeah, and I think one more skip turn will raise the water level to the point where we drown. So we got the crawler card back. And still not the bloody growth, Jan. Please, game. Okay.
Yes. Perfection. Made you look. I say,
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically the idea. Hopefully we will get a bloody growth gem, otherwise I will have to go through all of this in yet another run and try to put that all together because it's really important to get that gem, at least if you are early in the game, in order to level as fast as possible to get to 40 cards in order to gain that unlock. So here we are sitting at 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 cards. And we only have 350 growth stacks. If we had that gem, we would be gaining another 20% every time we use the card with the growth gem. So that is the whole difference here in this, yeah, during this attempt. So see you back in a little bit. And the game still hasn't given me the bloody growth gem. So yeah, there is a way to get 1,000 growth, obviously, without that gem. Uh, if you are lucky enough to gain enough of these cards to grow your hand and keep utilizing these cards to uh, keep adding to the crawler usages. Um, but yes, in order to do this as without as as pain-free as possible, you really want to get that growth gem into one of your non-attack cards. Best of is the mana card. I will see if I will actually, if I can't get the gem during this run, I will actually do another one at the end here and just get that gem in order to show you what you are looking for. But yes, the cards you want are these in order to keep stacking your hand, to keep getting more cards each turn. And these cards in order to keep stacking your chrome triggers. So here you see we are sitting at 1.
I
We use
say,
this. We see that's 2. And you can't get over 1,000 growth. But get that early enough and you will skyrocket in levels and gain more and more cards. So get back to you in a little bit. So in order to do this, you want to reach at least around level 50 in order to gain enough levels to gain enough cards. So here you can see you will need 40 cards in here in order to unlock. So here we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and we are even at 45. So I run through this entire dungeon without being able to grab the growth gem. It hasn't appeared once. I have never seen that happening before. Um, but yeah, I hope you get the idea. I will try to make a few more runs in order to get the exact gem and so on. But I think you know the order of things. So see you back in a little bit. So finally, here is the gem that you need, the growth gem. And you want to slot it in to a non-attacking card. So one of your, if you haven't gotten the blacksmith yet, then one of the only non-attacking cards you have with gem slots are the mana cards. So we're gonna slot that in there. So finally, here is the perfect utilization of this build. I made another run just to be able to show you how to put it all together finally. So this character's growth cards will add 1 extra XP growth every time you utilize a yellow card.
oh, power
So
grows.
we start with that. Then, in order to maximize the usage of the growth of the crawler card uh, before it expires, and you have to pull up the card again and use it. You want this card here to gain more stats and more usage.
I say,
And then you want the growth gem slotted into a non-attacking card. So growth gem here, it adds 10 extra growth, while as this character's crawler card only adds 1 extra XP. So you really want to try and run the level you're trying to run a few times and try to get the growth gem as quickly as possible to slot into one of your non-attacking cards. as you can see here, I'm at the second store. I'm at the second level of this uh, library, and I'm already sitting at 700 growth percent. So this will add, as you can see, 1%,
Smart.
while as this will add 10. There we go. So, do you see the loop we are going for here? Since the growth is persistent from fight to fight, you will keep adding to it. And the faster you can get to 1000%, the faster you will be able to level up to grab more cards in order to get the 40 deck size, the 40 card stack that you need for the unlock. So, I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions whatsoever, if I've been unclear or anything else, just comment. But you want to use, yeah, so you want to use Imelda once again. It isn't much, but it is 1 extra percent XP each time. Once again, you use a yellow card. And since you are using yellow cards in order to gain more duration of the crawl triggers, well, that's a nice bonus. And also for the enable to stack your hand size, so you can steamroll this combo
Channel my magic.
together. There we go. And now we want
Smart. Perfection.
some more users. So we're up to 16 there. And now we want to find the card with the growth stack gem if the game was nice enough to provide us
Beauty
with
lift.
that one. Yes, here we go. No, that's the, oh wait, that's fine. That's the duration
Yes.
gem that we saw. Here is the growth. So the growth gem that you are gonna utilize in one of your mana cards. And you will keep doing this until you reach 1000,
Haha, smart.
1000 growth.
Yes. Made you learn perfection.
Yes, that's basically it. Utilize this and you will grab that unlock in no time. The only thing that takes some time is that you might get unlucky with the RNG of this game. But as I said, start the run, gain a few levels, gain a few cards, and see if you can grab that growth gem since it adds 10% XP growth. And also, you might want to make sure to have um, the reroll dice maxed out so you are sitting at 10 rerolls. Well, that's everything I can think of in order to explain this to you. As I said, please comment if you have any questions. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'm sorry I couldn't get this all together in one single run, but here you go. If we had this start at the beginning of this video, we would have been golden during that run. But as you could see, we are able to gain, I think it's at level 40 or level 50, you should be able to, without any problem, sit at around 40 or 50 cards in your stack in here. Okay. Thanks again. Really appreciate you all. Take care.